Yo, what's up, everybody? Sloshy Joshy back with another YouTube video. Last but not least, in the 10 team, we're doing the fifth spot today. So this should wrap up the 10 team, and then I'll move over to. I'm actually do a double quarterback mock draft, just kind of in between, and then we'll move on to our 12 team. Trying to wrap it up here soon, ASAP for you guys. Probably pump them out the next 12 days in a row, just to get them out before the season starts, because I know obviously that's a few weeks away. So I know you guys are doing your drafts right now. I guess next year I'll start a little earlier. I thought I had plenty of time this year, but life, life just gets a hold of you. But we'll start the fifth round today. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Um, Trying to get to 500 subscribers. I would love to get to 1,000 by the end of football season, but trying to get to 500 um, by the end of the season for sure. So 500 to 1,000, anywhere in there would be awesome. But tell your friends, subscribe, comment, like. Likes go a long way. Really appreciate you guys. So let's get into it. So pick five. Let me stop the timer. You go on the draft board. Pick number five is kind of right in the middle, right? So we're gonna have a good gap between each one of our picks. So you gotta be thinking about that. You're probably gonna miss out on some people that you want versus not wanting. So with the fifth round pick, we see Ja'Marr Chase, Barkley, Bijan, CD at five. To me, the only question here really is Gibbs or Jefferson. Um, Both fantastic players. Um, I do think that I will go with, wide receiver two, Justin Jefferson. I'm trying to figure out. Jahmyr Gibbs actually won me a championship last year, so I think the safer pick is Gibbs. And the only reason I say that is because Gibbs is explosive. That O line in Detroit is amazing. He's going to be running very well, right? I mean, regardless of who's playing quarterback. Justin Jefferson is relying on JJ McCarthy. Now, is he the real deal? I have no idea. And that kind of scares me about JJ here. He's going to eat, right? He has Kirk, he eats. Sam Darnold, he eats. So I imagine he's going to be, a very high finishing wide receiver. Um, I do agree that CD is ahead of him this year. But I think I'm going to go Gibbs here just because I feel more safe taking Gibbs over Jefferson because of the McCarthy situation. So love that pick there. We have a ton of really good running backs available too. This might be a running back spot. Um, we have some good wide receivers available too. But you guys know I love the depth this year at wide receiver. If we don't get one of these top guys, which it looks like a ton went right after my pick, which sucks a lot. But we're gonna take. I really like Smith and Jigba here too. Actually, if I was gonna take a wide receiver, Smith and Jigba would probably be one. It still may be the pick. Let me check. I mean, there's just so much value at running back here. Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry. That's probably a good thing. So I think because there's so many running backs I'd be happy with taking here, I'm gonna wait till three to take one and just, hope that all eight don't go. In the next pick, I have been pretty high on JSN all year. Finished wide receiver seven last season. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, six touchdowns. I think he got a quarterback upgrade in my opinion. I mean, I guess it's pretty similar, but Cooper Kupp coming into town should be helpful. Kenneth Walker hopefully has a healthy season. That should be helpful for the Seahawks. So I like JSN. He's taking big leaps every season in the NFL. So continue. God, exactly what I didn't want to happen happened. Um, so yeah, running back train like I expected. Every single one of those running backs that we wanted went. But that's the gamble, and that's the tough part about drafting right in the middle, I think, is you're going to have gaps between each one. But I like Gibbs, I like Jason. I still have some running backs here that I do really like. Kieran Williams, I'd be very happy taking here. James Cook, I don't hate here at all. Um, even Kamara. But I think out of the three, I think I'm taking Kyron Williams. I think he's the most talented runner of the bunch. James Cook, I suspect some touchdown regression there, but who knows? Maybe he does it again. A couple quarterbacks go, Josh Allen, Lamar, Trey McBride goes. Those are the top two tight ends for sure. Kittle this is a little early for me for Kittle. I'm still gonna load up on position players. There are Devontae Adams, Mike Evans. Um, I don't hate Mike Evans here. DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Terry McLaurin. Terry is a great pick here as well. Second in touchdowns last year. What was his finish? Wide receiver 8 last year. Wide receiver 13 for Evans, Adams. I'm not too high on Adams this year. We'll see. He could be, with Stafford. Who knows? That might be a good pairing. DK I like a lot this year. As I've said, Cortland Sutton I like. McMillan I like. Um, I think because running backs are about to take a massive dip. Um, Henderson, I love Chuba Hubbard. I've talked about him many times. Amari Hampton seems to be climbing up the ADP draft board. Seems like he's going to be the guy in uh, the Chargers. They have the second best run blocking offense of line I saw today, which is awesome. Trayvon Henderson's obviously been crazy, uh, hyped out of training camp. Caleb Johnson I like, but I think for the sake of the video, I'm gonna take a gamble that Terry and DK are gonna be here on the way back, and I'm gonna grab Hampton here. I would be fine with Chuba there. I would be fine with Travion Henderson there. Um, Dude, we still have Chuba here. So they actually went wide receiver heavy. So I did kind of shoot myself in the foot there. But I'm still happy taking DK as my wide receiver 2 in the fifth. DK in the fifth, it's a great value to me. And I'll do that every time. So now we have some interesting tight ends are starting to go, which is crazy. Um, Not too worried yet. I have a few I like. Njoku and Ingram, I'm honestly fine with either one of those. I see Harvey here. He's a very interesting rookie as well that I like this year. Pacheco, I do like. Uh, I do think he's the lead back if he has a full healthy season. I don't think anyone's really competing touches with him. Tracy, they bring in Scatabo. Does make me a little nervous. Don't really want either of them, really. I think there's going to be a good amount of split touches between Tracy and Scatabo. So Caleb Johnson and Warren, kind of the same deal, but I do like Caleb Johnson more than Tracy for sure. But I am going to go with Harvey just because of the upside. And we'll have 4 good running backs there. Now I can change focus to wide receiver. We have Devontae Smith. We have Worthy. We have Pickens. I love. All kinds of wide receivers. Stephon Diggs in New England. Roma Dunze. Wide receiver is pretty deep this year, I will say. Ricky Pearsall. Um, Debo. Honestly, in fantasy, I think Debo's going to be nice. That's just not even at Commanders. Home cooking. Agbuka, I love. All kinds of good guys. James and Williams. So I think for the sake of this video, it's between Smith and Worthy. I'll take Worthy here, I think. With the Rashee Rice suspension looming, I think Worthy's going to get a lot of work this year. I think that he's going to be a dog. And then I guess we could start filling out quarterback and tight end. And look who is here. My guy, Baker. Who the heck let Baker fall to me in the 8th? Baker I like here. Dak has really good weapons in CD and George Pickens. Don't hate him here. Fields with the rushing upside is good. Purdy, Herbert, I'll pass on. I'm not huge for them in fantasy. Goff's not bad. May has a lot of upside. Williams has upside. A lot of high risk, high rewards, but we're gonna go Baker there. and I've been taking him in almost every draft, y'all know. But fantasy wise, I mean, what did he finish last year? He had to have been top five, right? Yeah, QB5. Yeah, he had a great year. Um, 41 touchdowns. What was that? Right behind Burrow. Didn't Burrow have like 42, 40 something? 378 rushing yards. Can't be slept on either. Three rushing touchdowns. Um, yeah, great year. Tampa offense, I love their offense. I love their pieces. I love Baker this year, as I've said a million times. Um, we're gonna grab some more wide receiver help here. We could look at tight end. Ooh, yeah, we did wait. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Whew. I was about to say, where did the tight end go? If you know me, you know I'm big on Evan Ingram this year. I think Sean Payton's gonna cook up a lot of looks his way. I don't hate Njoku either. Um, Very solid tight end, but I think that Evan Ingram's poised for a good year in that offense. I think he's going to fit in well. So I go Evan Ingram there. I've talked about Warren a million times as well um, as a late round flyer, so I'll probably pick him in the 12th just to take a chance. Wide receiver. Let's get another wide receiver. We only have three on the roster. I'll probably go with four running backs, to be honest. I think I'm fine there. Unless I may take a flyer on like one of these guys later, like a Jaden Blue or a oop, or a Ja'Cory Krusky Merritt or a Chuton or a Garendo handicap, Nick Chubb until Mixon gets back. But up here, I do like a Dunze. I am a little interested to see who becomes the guy in Chicago. I know a lot of people think it's going to be a Dunze. You know, it could very well be more that takes that Amon Ra role, Amon Ra St. Brown role, and runs with it. He's going in the fifth. Dunze is going back here in the 10th. It says 77, so he's fallen in this draft, but I do like Diggs as well. If he can stay healthy, I think he'll have a really good year. And I think that he's going to get force fed, to be honest. So I'm going to go Diggs here. Maybe I don't want to go Dunze, do I? I think maybe. Or a Buka, dude. I'm gonna go Dunze. Um, we're gonna stack up, and then frick, we don't have to take a tight end. Backup tight end. Oh, he went anyway. Yeah, we'll go with another running back. Did Blue go? He did, I think. Yep. We could go with my guy. My guy. Ja'Cory Krosky. Um, yeah, we're taking him. I think he's gonna be RB1. He's gonna shoot up draft boards. He's not gonna be going in the 12th by the time you're drafting, probably, but he'll probably be more in the 7th, 8th, 9th in this range, I would guess. And I still think that's a great buy, especially for the Commanders team. He's probably going to be RB1. I'm sensing a Brian Robinson trade here in the next few days. So keep your eyes out for this guy. I know everyone's talking about it. It's not like I'm breaking news here or anything. Go Steelers defense for sure. Love that. And then we'll get McLaughlin. So every time Baker throws a touchdown, I'll get an extra point from McLaughlin. All right, so love this draft. Actually, love this team. Baker Mayfield, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kieran Williams, Jackson Smith-Njigba, DK Metcalf, Evan Ingram, um, Omari Hampton in the flex, Pittsburgh Steelers D, Chase McLaughlin kicker, R.J. Harvey, and Ja'Cory Krusky as our backup running backs. And then we did have three more receivers as well, Worthy, Diggs, and Dunze. And I do think it's important just to stock up on skill. I know some people ask me why I don't get a backup quarterback or a backup tight end. In my eyes, I'm really playing Baker every single week, right? Unless, he gets injured. Then I may have to scramble and get a backup quarterback. I wonder if it showed. Dang. Okay. doesn't show that. But same with tight end, right? I'm probably gonna play Evan Ingram every week. If there's someone I like in free agency, I'll drop someone I'm not using or who's having a bad year and grab that backup. But um, those are guys I'm pretty much playing no matter the matchup. My tight end and quarterback. Tight end a little different maybe, but quarterback I'm not really mixing and matching. I'm just trying to load up on skill players. One for trade value, and then you know injuries happen in fantasy. It's just the name of the game. So really like that team. Let me know what you guys think. That wraps up the 10-team mock draft. Um, the 10-team league mock draft. So we're gonna start with a double quarterback next, and then straight into 12-team, and then I'll do my running back, wide receiver, tight end rankings as well. I'm not gonna do kicker and defense. That's stupid. But I'll do running back, wide receiver, and tight end, and we'll get all that uploaded here ASAP. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.